Started. All right, so welcome everyone to find out about this really wonderful opportunity. So I'd like to introduce you all to my friend Angela Medway-Smith. And so Angela is got a psychic medium, a channel, an author. So many things I can say about you, Angela. But the specific thing that you guys are here to learn about today is the opportunity to collaborate with her around the Healer's Oracle book series. So let's let's start with, why don't you give people a little bit more of kind of how you got here to what you do, what you kind of are bringing to this, and then maybe a little bit about this kind of series. And let's start from there, and then we can also take questions. So
okay, fantastic. So I have actually prepared a little presentation that I
wonderful.
can talk you through.
Yes.
But before I begin, I'll tell you a little bit more about me. So I'm a 9 times Amazon #1 best-selling author. And of those books, 2 of them have been channeled books. I'm a channel for the Ascended Master and Archangelic Collective. And among the divine beings I channel is Mary Magdalene, the Lady Nada, Mary Magdalene. So hence one of the titles of the books. So I've been an energy healer for almost 40 years. And my leading of collaborative books began with the Energy Healers Oracle in 2023. So we've got 2 volumes of the Energy Healers Oracle. And I'll tell you a little bit more about them as I share my screen with you now. Let me just put this on present. And then share my screen. Okay, so can you see the screen okay? Yep, fabulous. Thanks, Anne. So the Oracle book series. So the word oracle, I mean, we've all heard of oracle cards, but where does the oracle come from? So it comes from prophecy or revelation, a Greek word. And in ancient times, oracles were highly revered figures, able to communicate with deities and provide divine insights and foresight. So when you look online and you look at what an oracle means, it's a source of divine wisdom and infallible authority. So as I said, we started with the Energy Healers Oracle series, which I can't really take credit for. The idea behind it is that of the Ascended Master Saint Germain, who wanted to have a source of information initially about different energy healing modalities. And so across the 2 volumes of the Energy Healers Oracle, we have over 40 different healing modalities featured. And so the whole purpose of the Oracle series is to wake people up, waking the world up to the power and potential of energy frequencies that we all have access to. So one of those, as I said, the Energy Healers Oracle, Volume 1 launched in 2023 on 6/6, Volume 2 on 8/8/24. Both were international #1 Amazon bestsellers across 4 different continents. Each of them we didn't have anybody in Antarctica, unfortunately, but Australia, Asia, Europe, and the Americas we covered. So not Africa, and nobody picked them up in the Falkland Islands or anywhere that's habitable in the southern hemisphere. But I was really proud of we were actually featured as number 21 in the top healing books of all time by Book Authority. So it's a very well respected series. So the vision for 2025 is that it's the vision of my guides, and that we start the year with the Magdalene Oracle. So as I said previously, I'm a channel for the Magdalene. I'm also a teacher of Mary Magdalene Reiki, and as well as that, I had a life with the Magdalene. I was one of the Essene community at the time that the Magdalene Yeshua were walking the planet. So I am absolutely passionate about the Magdalene frequency and what it can bring to the world, and what it can bring to individuals, and the unfolding of their own personal journey as they begin to work with this frequency. As Anne said, I'm also a psychic medium, and have been working this way since the mid-80s. And there isn't a book out there that, when you pick up a book that teaches you how to develop your intuition, you have one teacher's opinion, when actually you can learn from so many different people. And that's the purpose of the Intuitives Oracle, is so that people can tap into teachings from 20 plus teachers. And that, I think, is going to be a really big game changer for people who are developing themselves in terms of their psychic abilities and their mediumship abilities, and learning to walk on the intuitives path. So those are the two projects for 2025, and they have a similar timeline. So Anne, have you got any questions at this stage?
I don't. We could see if anyone else here has any questions. Anyone have anything to ask right now? It all making sense? Seeing
Yeah.
not, it's all making sense. So no, it's very clear. So let's keep going.
Okay, fabulous. Thank you so much. So what's important to me, as well as the contents of the book, is the cover art. So for both the Energy Healers Oracle, I commissioned an artist called Jennifer Hawkyard, who created Kyle Gray's oracle cards. So the actual images are channeled art and reflect the journey of the healing modalities. But I've commissioned Cheryl Yambrak Rose and have had permission to use this image on the cover of the Magdalene Oracle. I'm waiting to see whether or not Jenny Hawkyard creates something I can use for the Intuitives Oracle, because I really absolutely love her work. But Cheryl's work really fits the vibration of the Magdalene Oracle. So that's the image we're able to use. And we'll be able to use that on all our advertising, on all our social media. And as part of the project, then there'll be graphics created for you that you can then tailor for your own social media campaigns. So the structure of both the books is the same. So we have a 3,000 word chapter with your story and your practice. So it's either your practice in connecting to the energy of the Magdalene, or your practice in developing people's intuition. And then an additional 300 words for the biography. So this is completely separate. Now, there's a huge amount of coaching, a huge amount of training, not just in writing the book, but in getting your biography right as well, because that's a really key part of, making sure your message is clear, and that you have the best information out there to leverage this opportunity. And I also suggest that you give a giveaway as well, which will bring people into your world and close the loop. So when you finish your chapter and you've given your practice, your giveaway could very simply be an audio version of that practice, or it can be something else completely different, but that aligns with what you've shared in your story or in your practice. But it gives you the opportunity of getting people into your world, getting them onto your website and seeing what other work that you're doing that they can tap into, and onto your mailing list as well, which is so important. Okay, so again, both the projects have a 6-month timeline. We have kickoff for the Magdalene Oracle in January 25, and the kickoff for the Intuitives Oracle is in May 25. So there's three separate elements in this journey. So there's a kickoff, the writing coaching and writing period. Mid-project, we do there's editing going back and forth, but it's not just about the book as far as I'm concerned. There's a lot of coaching in terms of preparing your business, marketing, PR, and social media strategies to get your business ready to leverage this opportunity really and fully. As well as schedule calls, I'll be hopping on to Zoom, depending on the period, either every week or every fortnight, so that you can come to me with your questions, with your queries, and so that you can feel completely supported through this process. And then we move to the exciting part. It's all exciting, but the really exciting part, and our launch. So we have pre-launch strategies, then we all have a gigantic push together, a launch together, and then we have post-launch strategies to really leverage the opportunities, which include masterclass days, and I'm working on producing summits for all of the Oracle books as well. So they'll be coming online in 2025 as well. So all of that will be available to the Oracle authors. So basically, the opportunity is curated to inspire you to do your best writing, step up your business development skills, learn book launch strategies. It's professionally designed and marketed to build your business. And we all need a hook, if you like, to get our words out into the world. And being part of a best-selling book is the perfect platform to get your story and message out into the world in a much bigger way. And you get to collaborate with a supportive community of authors to accelerate your business and make your mark on the world. I've already signed up. The Magdalene Oracle has just a few spaces left, and I've got some incredible teachers of the Magdalene already signed up, which I'm really, really excited about, from all over the world. And even though we don't kick off the Intuitives Oracle until May, we're almost a third full for that book as well. I mean, this is only the second information session I've held, and it'll be the last information session that I hold, because from now on people will just be receiving the recordings of the sessions. So, as I said, I've written in 7 collaborative books, and that journey has really shaped my business, and it's allowed me to move my business into an international different international markets. I mean, I couldn't have possibly imagined that I'd have clients in Singapore, or even authors in Singapore and Malaysia and Australia, in Canada, in the States, all over Europe. People have come together from all over the planet to be in both the 2025 volumes as well as the Energy Healers Oracle authors.
Angela, I think that's really great what you just started to talk about. Like, can you talk about what you've seen being part of these books has done for you and for other authors, like what it's actually done for them in terms of their business? I think that would be a really, a really good point to hit on.
Yeah. I mean, I've actually got a slide to talk about I've
Okay.
got one testimonial from somebody. I think it's coming up next.
Okay.
But for me, it's been an absolute game changer, an absolute game changer. I mean, I couldn't even imagine my business looks completely different to what it did before I started writing in the collaborations. Absolutely, completely different. I mean, we've had the pandemic going on in the middle of it as well. You know, so lots of businesses have gone online, but it, you know, for me, it was an absolute game changer. The thing is, when you write in these books, they are a permanent advertisement for you, and you have no idea who's going to pick them up and then give you a call or an email because they've seen something that you published a few years ago. I mean, this actually happened to me yesterday, and I had a message through from somebody who'd read the second collaboration, read my chapter in the second collaboration, and wanted to know how she could work with me. So this is how my life is now. They come in and you just don't expect it. So you there is always the, you know, you can expect lots and lots of opportunities to arise, but it really is up to you how you take this forward. I mean, I say this to all the authors. You know, it's your opportunity to get booked on podcasts, on radio shows, on internet TV, on whatever platform you see fit, because writing in a book that in a highly regarded series gives you the authority to actually stand there and you know, be a thought changer, if you like, in your field. I think it really, that really has to be said. So let me see if Savante's slide is up next. Right, no. So up next is the bottom line. So the bottom line is, I mean, it really is, what is your vision for the future and what do you want your business to look like in the future? So up until December 31st, I've got an early bird price, which is actually the 2023 price. So I'm offering £888 or $11. But when we hit the new year, the investment goes up. I've recouped my investment in every one of the collaborative books that I've been in by selling copies from my website, by selling copies at festivals and fairs, and you know, so you're physically getting the money back, but then you've got this advert, if you like, and this signature story out there forever, and it's up to you how you position yourself with it. And so what I'm doing, because it's so close to Christmas, is I'm taking deposits from people, so they can either pay £88 or $11 just to hold their place until the new year, and then we can get it all sorted out in the new year then. So here's my testimonial from Lainey Savante Wilkin. So Savante I met through, I put an advert in a group on Facebook, and Savante came forward and we had a chat, and she said yes to volume 1 of the Energy Healers Oracle. So I'll let you read her testimonial. I mean, as she says, it was completely transformative for her, both personally and professionally. As a result of being in volume 1, she rebranded her business. She launched her own 2 international #1 best-selling books. Then she joined volume 2. She's also collaborated with several of the authors in both of the books on different projects, and they've resulted in international speaker opportunities, and she's filled all of her retreats as a result of being in the volume 1 and volume 2 of the Energy Healers oracle collaborations. I also wrote in her book, her #1 best-selling book. So it's all about, it's working together and keeping these collaborations going. So I think she has said she wants a spot in the Intuitives Oracle. She doesn't work with the Magdalene, so she's going to be joining us in the Intuitives Oracle. So has anybody got any questions about Cervantes' testimonial or anything else that they might want to know? Let me move on one slide. No, that was it. So thank you for listening. I'm absolutely delighted to take any questions that you might have.
So any of you guys have a question, you can just unsweat. Yeah, Lorena, go ahead.
So the cost is a cost to participate and make a chapter in the book.
That's right, yes. And so it's a contribution because we pay to get it published and we pay for the marketing. So we pay for the professionals together. That's how collaborative books work. And then it's up to you where you take it. And so you'll be able to buy your author copies. So they've been selling at $22. So it's up to you. The sale price, it depends on Amazon's processing prices and the final page count, the exact price at the end of the day. But if you think about $6, $6.50, something like that per copy, and then you sell your copies for as much as you want then. So you can undercut Amazon, or you can charge the same price for having some with a beautiful message in, bought from your website. So that's the quick way to recoup your investment, which is one of the things that I did.
And you do get physical copies with this, or you have to add
so you order as many when we launch, the day we launch, I'm able to order you as many physical copies that you want. But obviously you pay for the copies that you want and they're shipped to you on the day. We say allow about 2 weeks. So don't have a book launch, for example, on the day after, because you won't have physical copies, because it takes Amazon that long. I do suggest that the authors buy their own Prime copies so that they've got their own hands-on copy then to be able to bring along to the book launch party, and you can wave it at the screen and you can use it for your own photos and things like that. But that's the only thing. That otherwise your copies are really cheap and you can sell them for as much as you like.
Okay, I think you answered my question. Thank you.
Okay.
And I'll just say, to be clear, so that price that you're paying for it to be in the book, to have the thing, that is also including the coaching,
all of the coaching,
support, the helping you get your business, coaching on how to use this in your business, right?
Yeah,
how to do all
absolutely.
This. So all of that is part of the being in the book. I've been into collaboration books myself, and it is a great way to just elevate yourself, in people's minds, elevate your expertise, get your message out there. It really is something like most people aren't doing that, right?
No.
So it really is something that it really helps you stand out.
Yeah. And there are some of the authors from the Energy Healers Oracle who've gone on to write their own books as well. So they've launched it, because using the strategies that you learn, you can get your own books out there, and you can sell your own existing books if you have existing books, because then you reference them in your biography, and they kind of sell each other, if you like. So the books you can see on this side of me, they're my solo channel books, and when I've launched the other books, I've seen the sales of those books go up, because it's kind of works symbiotically.
Well, and even Amazon does a great job of that, right? They're like, if you're interested in this, you might be interested, right? Like, so Amazon's doing the upsell and the cross sell for you, which is really great.
Yeah.
And that's a nice just part of how the system works, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What other questions do you guys have? Hey, Sandy. Yeah, go ahead.
How are you?
Hey.
I'm wondering, so maybe I didn't catch this before. I was trying to read through everything just before popping on, but is it only published through Amazon? Is that
No, no. So we were actually picked up by Target
Mhm.
and by Walmart, the Energy Healers Oracle, Barnes and Noble, and lots of other online platforms as well. So I make sure that everywhere the book can be bought, it's available. But the primary market, the one that we can measure, whether it's a bestseller or not, is Amazon.
Okay.
So that's the primary market, if you like. Obviously, I don't see how many copies authors are selling of their own as well. I know how many they've ordered, but I don't
Right.
know how many they're selling. I mean, I do have some authors who keep coming back and coming back for more copies. Because you've a right to, you can order as many as you like. But I usually order 50 copies to start with, and that keeps me going for a while because it's it's the same old thing, isn't it? You pay the postage, so you pay less per book if you just order a bulk amount. But that depends on you and how you're going to use the books. Some
Right.
people use them as giveaways on courses and retreats.
Mhm.
So if they come on a course with you, then you would give the book with your signature story in. Some of them send e-copies, so you can buy e-copies
Yeah, I was
for
going to ask about that actually to talk about that. So you could also, there's e-copies, right? And you can send those as a gift to someone, which is
yeah,
a lot less, but it still elevates you, right?
absolutely. So when we launch with $1.99 for the e-copy, and that lasts for a week to 10 days. And so I suggest to people that I buy 30. So I buy 15. And it only counts to our book sales when you buy in blocks of 15. So I buy 15 on one account, 15 on another account, and then I've got them to send to people who are doing podcasts or TV shows and things like that, so that they know who I am, and they have the whole book to have as a nice little gift then as well. They're
Right.
really powerful volumes. The model, it's not just a book collaboration, it's a book that's filled with powerful practices to help you, or to help the reader develop themselves, and it's something that they will turn back to time and time and time again, as and when they need something from the book. you
Okay.
know I'm sure most of us have been guided to books on our bookshelves that we haven't seen for years, and then thought, oh, right, okay, right, I need this today. And you understand the process behind that. It's our
Wow.
guides inspiring us.
Yes. And one other question. How many authors are there expected?
So approximately 20. So I can go to 25, but I'm happy to publish with 20.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions that you guys any of you guys, you already know what you think you might want to write about? Are you wondering about like topics and you might want to like run that by Angela? Tell me where you guys are with this.
Well, I can say, I wonder if graphically, can we do graphic design or like a page that might be more less text and more
Images?
images?
Yeah, we can't do images, I'm afraid, because of the way the pagination works. And then if we did that for one person, we'd have to take out the whole page of, you've got your 3,000 words, which is the fair way of doing it. I'd have to take out like a whole page, and it's black and white, so I don't know if that's relevant to you as well. Because the interior of the book is black and white, but the cover obviously is color.
But you could do, and I don't know what kind of images you're thinking about, right? But at the end of your biography, you're going to have links, links to a gift that you're doing, links that could be to a website, links to a free gift. And so you could have a link to a graphic, right? That if it was something that you wanted to share, like some people have, there's a graphic, like a chart or something that would be useful for people. So you could do something like that. And just like that's your gift to them. They just have to, if it on the digital, they just have to click on the link. In the actual book, you could make it a short link that they could easily type in. So that's one thing you could do.
What were you thinking about, Lorena?
Like, so I have been inspired to do coloring for peace.
Okay.
Just the act of getting a little bit crafty and letting the pencil or the coloring guide you. So images, but it would, I mean, there are 3,000 actual text words for it, but it's more of a different kind of book. I guess it's more.
Yeah.
But that would be great. You could have something like that that's a downloadable thing, that's your gift that you're sharing with people at the end of your chapter, right? That would be, so in your chapter, you're sharing about like the difference that this can make for people, talking about that, however it is that you want to show about it. And then their gift is they go and they can download and print themselves, I think. So, and that would be a really juicy, people would be like, oh, I want that, right?
It's perfect, actually. It's absolutely perfect. Because they can print it as big or as small as they want to then, and they're not limited or don't have to mark the book.
Right.
So,
a lot of people like me, well, I can't draw in books. I can't
no, not me.
Underline.
No.
I can't. My grandfather was a publisher. I grew up in this household where it was like blasphemy to put even anything other than an inscription at the beginning, like, happy birthday, whatever. Anything other than that was like a mortal sin in my household.
Turning down pages, Anne, was a sin in my
Dog
household.
hearing? Oh my God,
turn down a page. You have a bookmark.
God, no.
You have a bookmark.
Yeah,
I can't. Yeah. But I also suggest to people, and this comes as part of the business training, is that you sign up for Linktree, because when you go to Linktree, you can change what your offering is from time to time as well.
Are you guys familiar with Linktree? All of you guys familiar with that? It's a thing like it's free, right? I think Linktree.
Yeah, it's free. Yeah.
And it's so free. Basically you can give one link and it takes you to this one place where you can have, kind of all the information that you would want and links to different things, instead of having to have 6 different links. You can just give one link and then people go there and it has everything you want them to know.
Yeah. So. And it changes, and that changes your word count as well.
Right.
Because it's just one link. Yes. So that's the one link is the one word. So, but you can put as much as you want or as little as you want on there. But we talk about that when we talk about how best to use the words and how best to bring people back into your world,
Beautiful.
So there's lots of time for that, and lots, there's absolutely tons of coaching available.
When is the launch around about?
So the Magdalene Oracle launches on the Feast of the Magdalene, which is the 22nd of July, 25. And intuitives, we're going 11/11 because I love a portal. So I know Tony's already signed up for the Magdalene Oracle, which is absolutely wonderful. I'm really excited about that. But I know she's hopped on today because she wanted to hear me talk about things in a little more depth.
Thanks for sharing that little peanut with us.
Yes, baby Lucy.
Baby Lucy.
Yeah. I became a grandmother this year, so.
Wonderful.
Oh, fantastic. Fabulous.
Me too. Me too. Oh, look. Oh, she's beautiful.
Oh, gorgeous.
Cheeks for days.
Yes.
Oh, bless her. Yeah, yeah, I've got that coming in the spring, so
Yeah.
I can't wait out as
Oh.
well.
So yes, I was a grandmother on 12th of November, little girl, granddaughter. So absolutely, babies all around. How perfect.
Baby's great. They just came from heaven, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
Things.
beautiful. So, has anybody got any more questions?
So there's weekly some type of training? Is that
So there's scheduled training. So it's not it's not compulsory that you attend them live, but I do ask that you attend the training, so because otherwise you don't know what you're doing. And then there will be training, there will be hop-on calls in between. So either weekly or fortnightly, just depending where in the world I am, because I'm in the jungle for a week in February, so I can't do a lot from the jungle in February. But so that'll be, that'll be a fortnight, but that's in the middle of the first of one of the first periods anyway. So, and you can send me, so you can send me a draft copy of uh, your chapter, and I can give you my feedback on it before the due date. So you don't have to, there's no sort of, oh my God, I'm on my own now. There's none of that. Absolutely none of that. There's a huge amount of support provided.
Is it possible to get a chapter from one of the other books, just kind of get an idea of what the format is?
Yeah, that's
That would be
provided.
great.
That's provided.
Okay.
So did you want one before
Yeah,
signing
just to
up?
make a decision, like is this, to
Yeah,
feel for it?
yeah,
Um,
I can
leaning,
email you, Sandy.
yeah, I'm leaning on the sign up side, but I'm just like, I want to be 100% sure that it's aligned.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. No, they're beautiful quality, and the interiors are beautiful as well. And I'm
Great.
following the same format, exactly the same typeface, the same chapter structure, everything, because it works.
Okay,
And
great.
yeah. So yeah, I can send you one of those, my dear.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Can I ask,
Exciting, eh, Sandy?
sorry. I was going to ask. There's maximum of 3,000 words. Was it?
Yes, yeah.
Is there a minimum?
There isn't, but I would suggest that you use them. I use every one of them, every word. Like mine have been edited to 2999 because that's your opportunity to get your words out into the world. I mean, and so if you've written it and you're way short, then when you send it to me, I'll say to you, can you add a bit more here? When we do the developmental edit, so you can add a little bit more here. Tell me, show me how this felt, so that you're actually using the opportunity to draw people in. Because the more you do that, the more powerfully your chapter is going to be received. And the more you are building that know, like, and trust that people have to do before they will engage with you and, want to work with you.
Okay, thank you.
So there's also a bit of a balance between how much you write of your tool and how much you use for your chapter as well. And I'd say, a quarter to a third for the tool, no more than that, because you need the rest for your story. That's the know, love, and trust part.
And I'll
That's
tell you, one of the really great things about participating in a book like this is that you do get trained how to tell your story. And your story is really like, it's your story. It's completely unique to you. It's not something that anybody else can use for their marketing, but it takes some skill, right? To tell your story in a way that really lands for people and resonates. So that alone, because then the story, the way you tell it in in your chapter, that's also how you can tell it on a summit, on a podcast, on a Facebook Live when you're being interviewed. So that alone is honestly probably worth more than the cost of this, is just getting the coaching on how to tell your story in a way that it lands there for other people. People actually make the mistake in telling their story for their business the wrong way, right? When you're telling, the way I like to put it is, when you're telling your story to your therapist, then your story is about you. Okay. But when you're telling your story for marketing, your story is actually not about you. It needs to be about them. And that takes some help from someone people know doing to help you see how to make your story about the person who's reading it. And that alone is worth so much.
And we don't know how many people that we inspire with our words.
Yeah.
These books change the world, and I mean, hand on heart, I mean that they really do change the world. They change people's lives, and I'm really proud of that, and that's why I put my heart and soul into them.
Right. Any other questions from anybody? Right. Anything else you need from Angela?
I'm not sure if I have. Sandy, did you sign up for you signed up and got an email from me?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, okay, fab. So I have your email address. That's perfect then.
Mhm.
That's perfect then.
Did
So
you share what the color schemes are going to look like, or what the cover? You said you knew what the cover was, but what's it?
So it depends which one you're talking about. So the Magdalene Oracle, the image is the image of the Magdalene, painted by Cheryl Yambrough Rose, because I've already commissioned that. I haven't commissioned the cover for the Intuitives Oracle yet, simply because I'm waiting to see whether or not Jenny Hawkyard produces anything that inspires me. If not, I'll commission it. So because I've got something in my mind, it's just that I haven't seen anybody who's done it yet. So I may commission Jenny again to produce it.
Is the Mary going to be mostly red?
The cover will be the cover is red, yes. Yeah. Yeah, you saw her earlier.
Picture. Yeah. Yeah, the picture, it's the picture that Angela shared earlier. The woman, that's the image. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Do you have a relationship with the Magdalene Lorena?
I'm part of right now the Lotus and the Lily. I'm doing that with Janet Connor.
Okay.
Florida. I'm a Floridian, and I just retired from the classroom, but I've always been a tarot card reader, and I don't know, just I enjoy. I feel like, wow, now it's time to be with the spirits more.
Yeah.
More.
So both of them call to you. Yes. It's just which of them would fit, really.
Right, but I think no, it's more just red. They said the red one.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's unlikely that the Intuitive Oracle will be red. It is less likely because the colors of intuition are blues, so we're looking at blues really, and whites possibly. That was kind of what I had in my head. Jenny did have a piece that she did have a piece of art that I liked, but she couldn't change something in it. Something needed to be changed, and she couldn't do it. So I'm waiting to see what else she comes up with.
Okay. No, I think I'm gonna send me more so I could think about it, because I just found you, like, I don't know how I think through. Do you sell a spray?
I do. Yes.
And Janet talked about your spray called
Oh, really?
yes, Cariad.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so and that's led me through a little spiral, and then I was like, oh look, it's happening
Yeah.
at noon right now. Happening.
So I facilitated at a retreat in Greece this summer with lots of ladies from Florida who took away my sprays. So I don't know whether or not that's how they've got to her, but I'm not sure. Or she might have. Yeah, I don't know. But yes, one of them is the Magdalene. So I work creating alchemical aura mists to a recipe that the Ascended Masters gave me using really high frequency water from Chalice Well with healing codes in them, with quantum codes, with crystal frequencies, with sound frequencies. Basically, there's nothing else I can put in these mists, but they are really powerful. Tiny little drops of them, and they just go a long, long way. And I know Tony knows about my mists as well.
Are your mists online too?
They're in my shop online. I've shipped a couple of times to the States, but you can't. You'd have to contact me to be able to to purchase them, because the automatic shipping is to the UK. Because I've got to work out the price for the postage for other countries. So
That sounds great. I don't know. I just kind of was exploring.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, and thank you so much for holding space for us today. I really appreciate it, my dear.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course. Of course.
And thank you everybody for coming along and finding out about these beautiful projects. They're world changing, and I mean, I truly mean that.
No pressure then, Angela. No pressure.
There is no pressure. It'll be a beautiful journey, an absolutely beautiful journey.
I'm sure it will.
Wonderful. All right. Well, thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I'll leave you get on with your days, my dears. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right.